Boy, oh boy, do we have a good one for you today. A fragrance that I had not smelled for quite some time, but when I did, I fell in love with it. The fragrance I'm talking about is Tiziana Terenzi Ursa, this one right here. We'll review this together with Dalya, because you know we love patchouli and leather fragrances. Plus, you're going to have a chance at winning a full bottle of Ursa if you are a subscriber of this channel from the USA. So, if you're curious to discover this one, please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If you love watching fragrance reviews, finding out about new fragrances, discovering new brands, participating in giveaways, and still haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. We love patchouli, right?
It's come up before.
We love leather, right?
Yes, we do.
But actually, Dalya and I had sampled this at Barney's quite some time ago. And I had completely forgotten about it until it came up and I was like, heck yes, I love this fragrance.
He's basically been talking about it nonstop for, I don't know, maybe the last hour. So we decided we had to do a video immediately so that you could share in the experience.
But this is Tiziana Terenzi, and I've shot several videos with Mr. Paolo Terenzi, and of course reviewed some of the fragrances. In fact, we did a comparison review of Ecstasy with Laudanum Nero some time ago, and we both love both of those fragrances, because I know you love
Both of those were in our
Smokies.
Incense video.
Yeah. You like smoky fragrances?
I do, and I really like this brand. This one's beautiful.
So this was launched in 2015. It's Tiziana Terenzi Ursa. It's created by, or the perfumer is Paolo Terenzi. All the fragrances from this house are Extrait de Parfum, so very concentrated and intense. This retails for $260, and it's considered an Oriental woody fragrance.
And we Googled it. I thought Ursa was a constellation, which it is. There's Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, but it actually means bear.
It means bear. And there's also another word for it, Orsini.
It sounded like a derivation.
Yeah.
Maybe probably like a cutesy bear or a cubby bear. I don't know. These are not words in my vocabulary, but
this is, oh my god, this is amazing. The bottle's also white, and for some reason I thought the white bottles are a lot more pure and a lot more softer fragrances. Boy, was I wrong. This is a beast, actually. But a little bit about the notes. We've got at the top nutmeg, elemi, dried fruits, and rum. In the heart, you've got patchouli, olibanum, incense, tobacco, vetiver. And in the base notes, we've got vanilla, leather, and agarwood. So what do we get? What do you want to say about this? Because we both love it. It's so delicious. Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a big fragrance. Maybe that's part of the name, but it's you weren't kidding about it being a beast mode. It's a very full fragrance. It's very complex, but it's very well blended. But there's a lot going on in a good way. If you looked at my perfume collection, it would be all of these things. It would be leather and patchouli and incense and oud with some vetiver and some dried fruits. Like, essentially, the only thing missing is florals, and you would be distilling my collection down into a fragrance.
Wow. So this has most of everything.
It has a really, it's like somebody made a checklist and then used that, like a secret checklist based on things I click on the internet or something, and then made that into a fragrance. But
wow. So it's a dream come true fragrance.
Well, yeah, it's really good, and it's great on my skin, which I'm always happy about.
See, this one is actually a little different. Smelling it out of the bottle or a sample versus wearing. The wearing experience goes a tad bit animalic for me. The leather is amped up, and it does have a bit of a funkiness.
It's the oud.
It's the oud and the leather, I think. To me, I get a lot more leather.
And it has a resinous quality. It has a lot of tenacity. So this is one of those ones where it's like you wash your hands and it's still there. It's
beast.
It has fortitude.
But I wouldn't expect something in a white bottle to be so beastly.
But it's not it's a beauty though. It's not one of these funky, skanky beast modes.
No.
It's just big.
It's just big.
Like a big bear.
So for me, as I said, the leather is pretty big, but also patchouli. The patchouli is so big. It really, really works well with the leather. and then you got the rum coming afterwards. It's got a pretty big rum note, so it has boozy facets and qualities.
My skin skipped right over the dried fruits. Never happened. It went right to patchouli and incense.
Oh, so you get a pretty dominant incense note.
But I get more...
Let me smell.
That's what's left. I mean, that's after I wash my hands.
Wow.
And it's still like, it would still be considered a strong fragrance. And I used to. So none of that. But let's try another one because, you know, why not? It's really pretty, guys. I don't mind smelling like this at all.
I know you would love it. That's why I asked you about it. Because
yeah, so it's patchouli immediately. Like there's no dried fruits.
There are some edges of little leather in there.
Yeah.
It's either the oud or the leather. It's kind of like a combo of the two.
Yeah, the animalic is there. I just mean like in terms of the top notes that are listed. There's no nutmeg. There's no dried fruits.
I don't get those.
There's not on my skin. But when you sprayed it,
you get the rum though, don't you?
Yes, but it's leather. For me, it was patchouli immediately, and then the patchouli kind of shifts into leather, rum leather, some sort of boozy leather.
No, I get the dried fruits. I get lots of fruity notes in here, but it's not like those young, happy, fruity kind of girly things. It's really dried and mature fruit. Not anything like, oh, it's this pretty kind of. It's not a pretty fragrance to me.
It's not light. This is not a mall fragrance. This is.
I like the way you put that, mall fragrance.
Yeah.
Do we really wear mall fragrances?
We, as far as I know, do not.
I mean, I wear some.
I do not.
You're not a mall perfume kind of gal.
I'm not even a mall kind of a gal.
Oh, you're not?
There was a time.
Okay.
A long time ago.
A valley
But this
girl.
is going to be a shorter video, so I will skip that. We'll come back to that in another video.
But we are drooling over this fragrance. This is so good. I think, not sure how I missed something this good from the house of Tiziana Terenzi. I don't know what it is. I think for some reason, I associate white bottles with light, like airy, kind of more like lighter fragrances. So this is not. This is like a dark fragrance. Don't you think?
I was listening. It's beautiful. I don't. I have several candles from this house.
You have Gold Rose Oud, right?
I do.
Do you like that as a fragrance?
Yeah. Oh well. We'll get to that.
We are fans of this line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there any doubt?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. This is a good one. This is a big
fragrance.
Big fragrance. Anyway, the point about the candles was that some of them have a black glass kind of, and some of them have white, but you can get them in white or black. So I wonder if you just happened to get a white bottle and maybe there's some background on the color of the bottle and I don't know what it is. Maybe it depends on the
Well, this is my very
concentration.
first bottle that has this beautiful astrological
You have to get it closer for them.
thing happening here.
Cool.
It's really nice.
And I didn't see the cat, by the way, before I was telling him that I knew that Ursa was a constellation, so brownie points, but I didn't remember the major or the minor part. And I didn't remember the bear part, so we did still have to Google.
I can see this as an inspiration for a bear, the Ursa.
It has a very classic feel, actually.
What do you associate the classic feel? The patchouli?
Probably
the leather?
The patchouli, but the combination of the patchouli and the leather, I would say, and the booziness, because a lot of the vintage fragrances I have a boozy quality to them. And it might also be the spices, because again, several of the vintage fragrances I have include like a cinnamon or a, and so maybe this one having that nutmeg hits kind of the same.
The only thing I don't get here much of is the tobacco. Do you get a lot of tobacco?
I only have one tobacco fragrance. It's the Santa Maria Novella one, and it's very, very floral.
Tobacco Toscano.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have, we both have Patch Flash, and that one has a tobacco note.
But you don't have like a tobacco dominant fragrance.
I don't have like a strong association for what a tobacco fragrance would be like, but that's not, this isn't how I read it.
I guess maybe the tobacco notes in here are kind of becoming woody, because it does go woody
There's an incense quality to it, but I wouldn't list it high on an incense list because it's a boozy, leathery patchouli.
Well, there's incense here. There's a smoky factor to it.
Yeah.
There's also a resinous factor with the olibanum.
You know, it does dry down to a very resinous. From that perspective, it's incensey, but the leather's very strong. It's lovely. It's not.
Would you wear it?
Of course, I'd wear it. Yeah, if you wanted to give that to me, I'd be fine.
Okay. I do also want to bring up one factor here. I've read a lot of.
Just one factor.
Just one factor. Well, maybe a couple, but I've read a lot in various places that this smells like a fragrance called Straight to Heaven from by Kilian. I can see the similarities. In fact, I can see that they are very there. But to me, I don't know what it is about this one. This is like times 10 or times 100 intense compared to Straight to Heaven, which happens to be pretty wimpy. Plus, Straight to Heaven doesn't really have the leather. It doesn't have the oud. It doesn't have the resin. So the complexity of this fragrance is out of this world. Amazing. It's awesome. I've been a big fan of Straight to Heaven, but this, oh my God, it's awesome.
Kind of ruined it for you.
I mean, this is amazing. Why would I even look at Straight to Heaven if I have something like this? Have you smelled Straight to Heaven?
Yeah, it wasn't a memorable one for me.
It's pretty light. We like our fragrances beast mode.
Right. I mean, if you're not going to knock somebody over, like,
why?
What's the point?
What's the point, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah. Anything else we should say about this?
Definitely get a sample. Give it a shot. It's.
We're so late with discovering this one.
That's okay. There's a lot of beautiful things out there to smell. I don't feel bad about it, but.
Well, hopefully we'll do more videos in regards to Tiziana Terenzi because we both love the brand.
I have a high level of confidence we will.
Okay. Guys, are you familiar with Ursa? Are you a fan of Tiziana Terenzi? Please put some comments down so we can find out. Also, if you want to participate in a full bottle of Ursa, thanks to the folks...
They have to tell us about a constellation.
Okay.
They have to tell us their favorite constellation.
Okay, so if you want to participate in a full bottle of Ursa by Tiziana Terenzi, thanks to the distributor of Tiziana Terenzi, please put down what now?
Your favorite constellation.
Please put down your favorite constellation. Also, please put down what you liked about this review, and let us know what your favorite patchouli fragrance is, and please put your state. This is a USA only giveaway.
So that's favorite constellation, what you liked about the review, what's your favorite patchouli, and what state you live in.
Yes, 4 things. That's it, right?
Thanks for watching.
Yep, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.